What's up, people? One Up Punch here. So, Sulfur came out with a new update called Guns and Magic, and they added a bunch of new stuff, from 5 new weapons to 100 new gun oils, 12 new enchantments, level 2 enchantments, and some other things going on there. But I wanted to talk about this update because, man, I've been putting a crap ton of time into Sulfur, playing and trying all the new stuff that they added with this update. For example, they have a new oil. I think it's called Zero Fucks Oil, as you see here. And it's kind of insane to see that. But what the oil does actually is it gives you 50% more RPM on your guns. You just lose the loot chance of 100%. So just be aware that if you're going to go do that, you're not going to be able to pick up anything that's pretty new with the new weapons or the new oils or any of the enchantments when you put it on your gun. If you switch it onto another gun, you get whatever drops from the enemies that you fight, bosses and elites included. So I put the oil on the Flock 76, which is one of the new 5 guns that they added to the game. They also added the Deathstar PB, which would be called the Piggy Bank, the Flicker, the Unknown, which is a laser pistol, and the Tailor Marksmen. The Tailor Marksmen and the Flicker I did not find because they were kind of difficult to find, and I would go on to the first, second, and third level, which is the Cave Goblin area, the town, and the sewer system, before then you'd go to the castle and fight the lady. Then after that would be the forest. But the 12 new enchantments they have is Dark, Light, Chaos Strike, Sacrifice, Holy Purge, Holy Fire, Flamethrower, Chain Lightning, Pesticide, Toxic Lobotomy, Slush, and Prism. And then you have, of course, the new oil system and features, Penetration System Support, Reload Speed System plus Retiming Animation Support. Certain oils no longer cost extra durability, and fixed an issue where extra bullet consumption chance could clog guns. They also did some fixes with fixed an issue where the inventory could not be closed, fixed an issue where the amount of enemies in some levels was too high or low. The Impala Gravita now scales its damage based on how much you charge the string, and some other fixes they added to the game. But I wanted to show this off quick because I haven't really fought these enemies before, especially in the first level, and they're the robots. I don't know if you could actually make your own. I've seen in Ralphie and some of the other stores that you can buy parts, and they have metal scrap, robot flesh, and some other stuff. This is the Flock 76, and it has a very high fire rate in general. It looks like an SMG that fires 12-gauge shotgun shells, but I put this with a suppressor, and it sounds also pretty badass. You could put a reflex sight, any scope on the gun too. It just looks really weird when you put a sight on it, because the iron sights will stay there too. It doesn't really change very much. Next up, you have the Deathstar PB, which looks like the Fusilli, and that is the M1 Garand looking gun. The difference between this and that one is that when you reload this gun, it does a weird shake. It talks in the info or description that it's called the Piggy Bank because it does the weird shaking maneuver at the end of reloading. And as you can see, there's a bunch of jumbled up bullets inside the magazine. But this gun is very fast to also use. Not to mention the caliber is 5.56 and is classified as an SMG. This is the last gun that I found called the Unknown. For some reason, when I kept using this thing, it reminded me of the Zapper light gun from the original Nintendo called Duck Hunt in Super Mario. But this thing is a laser pistol and has also a pretty decent fire rate on it. I haven't really messed around putting any sights on the top of it, but when I do, it'll probably be a reflex sight. When it comes down to the actual enchantments though, there were 2 that I did find. The first is the Scroll of Light that gives you railgun capability, which bullet penetration is 999 plus, while the second scroll is called Scrolled Crusader, and this is something that is when you put on your gun, every bullet fired into one enemy gets more and more and more damage. So if you keep shooting into a goblin or maybe even an orc, it'll do way more damage than just the other guns, and it scales off of that. When I used that specific scroll, I think I had another one, I put on the Flock, and I just kept firing into them, and they would die instantly, if not explode. Especially if you go up against, Cousin, or, the 3 orc that have, armor around them. That was also kind of insane to see. That being said, with this big update coming out after the forest biome, there's more stuff to do in Sulfur, and I'm kind of glad for that, because it makes me want to go back and play more. Anyway, I've been One Up Punch. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.